Sleeping Literacy ETV. Come on, let's celebrate creativity with feature creature teachers and friends old and new. Books and songs from our library for you. Read, sing, open up to see.
Welcome, friends! Today we are celebrating clocks, seasons, time. Thank you for sharing some of your time and being here with us. Ever feel like you're running out of time, on borrowed time, or wasting time? There's a lot of ways to think about the circle of time, and perhaps none better than our friend, the clock.
Lori stories, play with words that rhyme.
Clock Talk, a Lori storybook. 1 o'clock, took a walk. 2 o'clock, down the block. 3 o'clock, to a dock. 4 o'clock, saw a flock. 5 o'clock, heard them squawk. 6 o'clock, rode a hawk. 7 o'clock, threw a rock. 8 o'clock, heard it knock. 9 o'clock, took off my sock. 10 o'clock, put on my smock. 11 o'clock, took out my chalk. 12 o'clock, made that chalk talk. Great clock talk! We celebrate time in lots of ways besides the clock. Feature creature teacher owl. Owls are nocturnal, which means they sleep during the day and they fly at night.
Wait! Update! It turns out that not all owls are nocturnal, that it can actually be normal to see an owl during the day. Some owl species are actually diurnal, while others sometimes switch up their sleep schedules according to when their prey is awake at different times of the year, also known as food availability. This cute little burrowing owl is actually known to be out and about during the day and also often seen hunting at dawn and dusk. A fuller update to our feature creature teacher owl is further called for. Yet for now, just know that friends like the burrowing owl and the snowy owl are primarily diurnal, with many species like the barn owl being nocturnal. So wait, why is this barn owl seen flying in the day? Must be short on prey. Again, a fuller owl update is on the way. Another day.
They are super quiet flyers. Their wings do not make sound as they fly. That, coupled with their really sharp vision, that makes them fierce predators at night because they can see and silently swoop in and grab what they want. There are many kinds of owls. There's the snowy owl, the barn owl, and many, many others. Not all owls hoot. They can make a lot of other kinds of sounds. Even a whistle or a growl or a rattle. Even a hiss can be an owl. Owls are known for their big eyes. Their eyes are actually like binoculars. Because remember how they have that great vision, but the eyeballs don't move around. They just go zoom like that. That's why owls can turn their heads 270 degrees. One's 35 in each side, so that those binocular eyes have range to see. They also have 3 eyelids. What? One eyelid is for blinking. One eyelid is for sleeping. And the other eyelid is for cleaning those binoculars. Cleaning their eyes. Owls are most often solitary, but when they're in a group, it's called a parliament. So Owl invites us to look around at who is in our parliament. Who are you hanging out with these days? With Owl's big eyes and clear vision, Owl asks us to see through those shadows, see through the dark. Look closely at what is inside our hearts. Owl asks us to see with the eyes of our heart. and to look through the shadows. What is calling you to open the eyes of your heart? We have lots of fun crafts that you can make for owls using nature. You can use the round woodies. You could use pine cones. You can paint stones. Or we made this out of feathers. Yeah, these little dream catchers for eyes and a dream catcher body and lots of feathers. Owl, like all of our feature creature teachers, has amazing things about how they are created. And we can look metaphysically at the physicalness of the creature and see things like looking through the eyes of our heart, looking through the shadows, seeing who's in our parliament.
Owls date back 58 million years. Barn owls date back 24 million years. Throughout history, owls have been a symbol of mystery and magic. For many Native American tribes, owls signaled death. Fear of the dark and of the night sometimes went to owl. Greek goddess of wisdom Athena had an owl on her shoulder.
What does owl say to you? Thank you, owl.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Howl.
Howl who?
How will you know unless you open the door?
Oh,
Knock, knock.
who's
Who's
there?
there?
Owls go.
Owls go who?
That's right.
Hello, Owlet.
Hi, Owlet. It's so nice to see you.
Oh, good to see you. I am so glad that you are someone I have in my parliament. I just learned that word, parliament.
Yes, and it means a lot of owls together.
Who? Who is in our parliament?
Well, we have lots of owls that are our friends and family.
Does every creature have a parliament?
Well, some creatures have other things called pods or flocks or herds. We call ours parliament.
Oh, you know, one thing I like about our parliament is it's kind of in a circle.
Yes, it
Are
is.
pods in a circle too?
They can be. Yes, all the other animals can be in circles too, but they're all in the circle of time, just like we are.
Oh, I know about the circle of life. Is the circle of time the same?
Yes, it is part of the same thing. We can call it the circle of time, the circle of life, or the circle of one.
Oh, yeah, the circle of one. Who?
It's time.
It's time. It's time.
Stories, Lori stories. It's Lori's story time. This book has a chorus, like a song chorus, but we speak it, and it's the part that keeps repeating. So let's practice it together. Tick tock, tick tock, squawk! Our cuckoo clock goes squawk, squawk, squawk! A flock of hawks makes our clock talk with a squawk! I was learning how to tell time. They were teaching me at school. Mom, Dad, and Pam were teaching me too. All in all, it was pretty cool. So one Saturday morning, I was checking out all of our clocks, listening to the way each one talked. There was a clock in every room, and I had just about checked them all when I stopped at the clock at the end of the hall. It was a cuckoo clock, and I wanted to hear this one talk. But just when it was time for cuckoo, what I heard instead was squawk! And to go with the squawk that I heard, I saw a flock of hawks, not the cuckoo bird. Tick-tock, 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 squawk! Our cuckoo clock goes squawk, squawk, squawk! A flock of hawks makes our clock talk with a squawk! Yes, there they were, a small flock of hawks. We stared at each other from where they sat on the clock. They were perched all around it, bottom and top, looking at me quietly now, without a squawk. I asked them politely just why they were here. They answered, "To help you learn to tell time, my dear. Watch us carefully. We'll show you how." "That's great," I replied. "What time is it now?" A bunch of those hawks flew to the number 9. They sat on it or near it, squawking, "We've got the time." Tick-tock, 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 squawk! Our cuckoo clock goes squawk, squawk, squawk! A flock of hawks makes our clock talk with a squawk! "Okay," I shouted. "I counted 9 squawks. So does that mean it's 9 o'clock?" "You got it," said hawk number 1. "But there's more to learn. We're not done." Then before my very eyes, the hawks changed places, squawking, "Time flies, time flies." No, technically it's really after 9, and this can be the tricky part of telling time. "So how many hawks do you see past the 12 o'clock hand?" "Huh?" I asked. "I don't understand." Hawk number 2 said, "I know what to do. Count the hawks and the squawks that are past 9 o'clock. So I counted squawks and thought of what they'd said. Squawk, 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 squawk was the hawk talk in my head. I put it all together and said, "Is it 5 after 9? The hawk flock applauded by flapping their wings as I heard the squeak of my sister Pam's bed springs. She was headed to the bathroom down the hall when the hawks and me gave her a call. Tick-tock, 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 squawk! Our cuckoo clock goes squawk, squawk, squawk. A flock of hawks makes our clock talk with a squawk. Pam was speechless. She just couldn't talk. She just stood there staring at the hawk flock. Hawk number 1 said, "Your sister can tell time. Watch this." And as Pam rubbed her eyes, the hawks flew squawking. Time flies, time flies. Now, Jerisha, how many minutes is it after 9? I used the hawks and their squawks to tell the time. I count 9. 9 minutes after 9. That's the hawk time. And that was the time Mom and Dad joined us in the hall. They too had heard the squawking call. Dad said, "Is this our cuckoo clock?" I said, "Yeah, Dad, but our bird is now a flock." Pam chimed in, "A flock of hawks." And Mom agreed, "Yes, a flock of hawks that squawks." Me and the hawks showed Mom and Dad that I could tell time. I was doing fine with all the minutes after 9. My family pulled up chairs. They sat and watched all my tries. The hawks kept squawking, "Time flies, time flies." Tick-tock, 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 squawk. Our cuckoo clock goes squawk, squawk, squawk. A flock of hawks makes our clock talk with a squawk. The cuckoo bird tried to come out when it was 10, but the hawk sent it back saying, "We'll tell you when." About then, Mom and Dad went to cook breakfast for us and the whole hawk flock. Me and Pam stayed with them at the clock. I nibbled at some toast, and so did the flock. They left a few crumbs in the hall and on the clock, but mostly we just practiced minutes, squawk by squawk. Tick-tock, 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 squawk! Our cuckoo clock goes squawk, squawk, squawk! A flock of hawks makes our clock talk with a squawk! Around noon, hawk number 1 declared the job done, and the hawks flew one by one into the clock, each one waving a wing with a squawk. That only left the cuckoo bird to come out at 1 o'clock. But the thing is, the bird looked more like a hawk, and instead of cuckoo, the cuckoo bird said squawk. Can you read all the words in flock in our clock? Great job reading, my friends. And great job telling time with those hawk talk squawks.
Join us at Lori's Stories and Leaping Literacy Library for more clock talk, Lori storybooks, and wordplay.
Knock, knock.
Who's
there?
there?
Cook.
Cuckoo.
Cuckoo. Somebody sounds cuckoo.
It's us.
Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. Time for Grandma Kay. Yay!
I love it when it's time for us to be together.
Oh, we love it when you come, Grandma Kay.
And I've got something special under my hat.
You always do. What did you bring us today,
Oh,
Grandma
let me
Kay?
show you. I've got a clock. And the clock tells us what time it is when we play, when we eat, when we go to bed, and how we live our lives. The clock is very helpful.
The clock is very helpful.
Yes, and it tells us that we have to make sure that we have time for ourselves.
Oh, and
Yeah.
time for the ones we love.
And time for the ones we love. So important. And a clock helps tell us when to do that. Because there are special times in the day. And there's a circle of time that tells us all about our lives together.
That's true,
Yes.
right?
It's not just about each day, but our whole circle of time and how each one of us is so important.
To the circle.
Yes.
Yeah. And all of us start as babies and then we grow as older and older and oldest.
Yeah.
Older and older.
Yeah.
And that's part of the circle.
That's part of the circle too.
But even an hour has a circle.
That's right. They all are circles and no one is left out. I think that's the most wonderful part.
Yeah.
That we are all part of this circle of time and the circle
Yes.
of life.
Circle of time and circle of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wonderful. We're very, very lucky and fortunate to be in this together.
We are.
Yeah.
We are so fortunate to have you, Grandma Kay, bringing us goodies on your head.
Yeah, I love doing it. Yeah.
My grandmother's clock was too big for her head, so she brought it in through the door.
Yeah.
Yay! We never know what you're going to bring. We never know what you're going to sing. Our grandmother's clock, we're so grateful for you. It is tick-tocking now evermore. Yay! It's fun to make up songs.
Oh, yeah. I love making up songs. And it was time to make up a song.
Time. I think any time is a good time to make up a song. What do you
That's
think?
true. Yes.
And any time is a great time for a visit from Grandma Kay.
Oh, I
Yay.
love visiting you, Lori Story.
We love it when you
It's
come.
so
Thank you, Grandma
fun.
Kay.
And don't forget, in the circle of time, you're all important. And we love you
We do every minute.
every minute. Hello, everyone. This is Winona Watchdog, and you can see that I have a watch. and that keeps me keeping time so I don't miss anything that is happening. And I love that. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Time.
Time who?
Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh,
Knock, knock.
who's there?
Timely.
Timely who?
Timely is what I need to be.
Timely. Oh, Uncle Fido.
Hi, friend. So good to see you.
Oh, I love seeing you. Nip, 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 nip.
It's always a wonderful time when you come over.
Oh, yeah. I love it when it's time to see you, Uncle Fido.
Yeah.
You know what else I love? I love when it's time to eat.
Oh, me too.
Mm.
There's lots of times in the day.
Yeah, you know, I like nap time too, do you?
Nap time's very fun too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time to play also.
Yeah,
And
playtime.
for a visit like you are doing now.
Yay, time to visit. There seems to be time for everything we want to make time for, right?
Yes,
Hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
And we can watch the circle of time as it comes and goes each day.
Yeah, you know, time does seem to be in a circle. It's on the clock. It's on the watches. Have you seen Watchdog? He's been telling me some pretty funny jokes.
I love Watchdog and all the jokes she tells.
Yeah, Watchdog, she's been telling me so many funny jokes.
And I laugh too when I hear them.
Yeah, it's time to laugh.
Time to laugh.
Yeah,
Yes.
Watchdog, time to laugh. Yeah, time is fun.
Time
And you
is
know,
fun.
we can have different favorite times at different times of the day. Because
Yes.
sometimes I love seeing you. Well, all times I love seeing you. And sometimes it's fun to eat. And sometimes it's fun to play. It's fun to laugh. And then, you know, it just becomes time to nap.
Yeah. All times are good as long as they're balanced. Yes. I'm starting to feel sleepy too. Hello, everyone. This is Winona Watchdog again, and I've got a joke for you. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Well, I want to tell you it's dog.
Dog who?
Doggone.
Everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. Time to drink and time to eat. Tap dancing on my TV.
time. We can and do make time for the things that matter most. And that's why we need to spend a moment of time with our Mama Earth before our ETV clock runs out today. Our Earth is changing over time, in large part due to the way us humans live. But there are a lot of green living ways we can change our ways and help our Earth and help ourselves. There are many ways we can help, like stopping the use of single-use plastics. You know, anything we throw away has to go somewhere. There is no away. Away lands somewhere. And even our recyclables, it's sketchy. Did you know that there are so many plastics in the ocean now that we are on a trajectory to have more plastic than fish in our oceans in just 10 years by 2030?
Hi, I am in a trash pile. I'm so big everywhere, there's so much trash. Well, I'm telling you, you can fix it because you can turn me into energy. That's right, you can take trash and turn it into energy. We gotta figure out how to do that because I'm just getting bigger and bigger. And you gotta stop throwing things away so much. I don't like it.
On this planet and how we treat it in our hands.
We can learn from the past and do better going forward. There's always time for living green. There's always time to laugh and play and to bring a smile to someone else's day. Thanks for all the ways you spend your time, including being here with us. That's it for our Clock Talk today.
No more time.
Oh, no more time.
Oh, no more
time.
So we'll see you next time. Bye, friends.